So over the holidays, I was at a networking event and I was asked a very thoughtful question. And I wanted to come on here and share that question and my answer for everyone. And that question was if you had one question that you could ask a business to understand if they have a strong sales culture, what would be that question? And my answer to that is I would hand a marker and a whiteboard or a pen and piece of paper to whoever's in charge of that sales function for the business. It could be the head of sales, chief revenue officer, VP of sales, or the business owner. And I would hand them over that marker. I would say, draw in detail for me what is your sales process and your customer's buying process. And then I would observe very carefully how that question is answered. Now, if that leader is able to step by step articulate exactly the process the business has the customer go through and has them understand their impact and how they're helping drive that decision making forward for a customer, then I would say that that business has a strong level one understanding of a sales culture. Now, if they are not able to answer that question, if they're not able to explain their process, who's involved, understand what they're doing to help navigate the consumer buying process, then I would say that that company does not have a sales culture. And then I'd continue that is how deep is that sales culture ingrained in the business? So a level two understanding of a sales culture is if I could go to anyone else in the sales organization, from the top performing salesperson to the brand new salesperson on the floor, and I could ask them to walk through the sales process and the consumer buying process, the same question that I would ask to the leader. Now, if everyone else in the sales organization is able to answer that question with just about as much detail as the leader can, then I would say that that is a level two understanding of a strong sales culture. Bonus points if you're able to ask that on non-sales teams like marketing, finance, operations. If they're able to understand and explain that too, then even better. But ideally, you want the entire sales team to know that the culture is ingrained with them, that this is how they operate, and this is the process that they follow. So that is a level two understanding. Now, a level three understanding is they have that ingrained culture, but now they also have data and numbers and understanding of where things get stuck through the process, what percentage of customers flow through the process, and then they're able to reverse engineer their goal setting, knowing that at the end of the process, they have an expectation of pushing this many customers through the process. So now on each step, they know exactly where they need to be at from a numbers standpoint in order to hit the goal and the target that they're supposed to have at the end of the year. And then they're managing and leading with that in mind, and they're really looking at it step by step. They're not looking just beginning of the funnel to the end of the funnel, but they're managing every step of the funnel in between and doing so with data and numbers. So that would be a level three understanding. And then the highest level, level four sales culture that you could have is really taking all those pieces and then adding to it a real understanding of where there's growth and opportunity to make changes and improvements. So now each step of that process where there are some broken pieces in that funnel, they have people assigned to look into that and understand how to fix that. So they have accountability, they have ownership, they have a RACI model assigned to fixing certain parts of the process that are not flowing as well as they should. And they're meeting regularly to have a cadence to review that and to make decisions and make changes on that process. So they're looking at holistically the end of their process and finding improvements through each step to improve the throughput. So that is my answer to how you would see if a business has a strong sales culture. So ask yourself about your business. Where do you rank? I'd love to see in the comments, where would you rank yourself? Is it level one, level two, level three, level four? Or if you think that there's anything missing that you would like to see added to measuring a sales culture.